Hey guys, so today's video is going to be kind of a hit or miss video. I don't know how it's going to go, but it's a review and demo of a shear attachment for electric drill. And we've got a DeWalt drill here. It's supposed to work on just about anything because it's very universal and you can kind of modify it a little bit to get it to work on something. But this is for cutting sheet metal, and they make tools that are designed for this. They'll cut metal cutting shears, but for most of the time for light work, I've always just used a pair of 10 snips like this. If you're doing something real small, that's all you need. But sometimes you need to cut a bigger piece or a straighter piece or a weird shaped piece, and this should help with that. Now, this was $10 off of Amazon, and I bought this a while back, so I don't know if this is still available in there. It might be more than that now. But it comes with instructions on how to set it up. But as with anything like this, the instructions are less than desirable. And nothing really special to go by here. So we're going to kind of just piece it together, and then we'll look at it. But you can kind of see how it works. There's a bevel gear here to drive that. And this is the shear point for the sheet metal. So kind of interesting. So let me get this set up, and we'll look at it after it's on the drill, and you can kind of see how to do it, because I figure it might be easier to understand than actually seeing it installed, so you can see where each piece goes. This piece does thread into this part right here, and you can lock it down, and that goes up against the drill to keep it from spinning like this from the torque of it. And the spring just kind of wraps around it to hold it in place. So again, there's nothing real special going on here. Well, it's relatively simple to install. These tools are for these bolts and everything. It's up here, and there's an adjustment here. I don't really know what that's for. That's a fine adjustment to put a little bit of pressure up against that if needed. So I may have to tweak that. The wrenches did not fit this nut here, oddly enough. As you can see how it goes, this bar attaches to that and comes around this side of the drill, because any rotational torque will be hitting this side, and the spring just holds it in place. You put the spring on the shaft part first, then you stretch it around and put it on this. So you'd be using this in more of a vertical position like this and cutting it like that, because this is going to be your shear point. You want to watch, you can very easily get pinched on something like this. Kind of awkward doing this. Well, it cuts it. Till it gets to that bend. I actually just need it on the slow setting. Get a little more control on it. Okay. That's completely usable. Very impressed. Okay, so I tried to back it out of there, and it spun around the opposite way. Done bent this. This will probably break. Well, it can still. Okay, let me reset this thing a little bit. Okay, so I got it straightened back up. That'll probably break if I ever do that again. So whatever you do, do not hit the reverse and try to back out of it, because all that torque will overcome that spring and make it pop off there. So don't do that. Now there's play in this part right here, but it is still working. So take it, run it fairly slow, and it works. I probably need to adjust it a little bit now. So this is pretty thin sheet metal here, very thin. So let's try it on something just a little bit thicker, just to see what it does. There is a limit on what you're supposed to use on this. So this says steel sheet up to 0.8 millimeter. iron sheet up to 1, aluminum up to 1.2. So I don't know what the metric equivalent of this is, but let's mic it and see. So this metal is showing 1/64 or 0.5 millimeter or 0.023 inch. So we're looking at half a millimeter, might as well say. So let's get something just a little bit thicker, not to go past 1 millimeter, and see what we got. Okay, so this is left over. This is off like an outside unit, like an air conditioner or something, like a cover. And this might be just a little bit on the thicker side than what this is designed for. Cut right through it. I'll give it another. See, I instinctively want to put it in reverse to try to back it out of that bend, but you can't do it. So I'm going to have to try to. I didn't realize it had that bend on it, so now I'm stuck. But it was cutting amazing. We'll do another little cut here in a second. So just don't take it through any bends or creases like that. Just keep it on the flat part of the metal. Use your 10 snips or a grinder or something for the rest of that. Sometimes it's hard to get it to catch, but once it catches, it goes. Yep. Now the gears are stripped out. Okay, so my chuck loosened in here. So that might have been part of the problem while I was kind of binding. So it worked. Now it don't work because the drive part of it's broke. So let me take this off and just look at it real quick and see what actually just happened. Something broke inside here that holds this gear in. Let's take it apart and just see what happened. So here's the gear that's partially stripped out, and this piece right here, it's just all waddled out where it bounded up. It kind of broke part of the lip that's inside this. So if I could find a way to get a better setup on this drive gear, they could probably still be used, because this gear is alright too, just chewed up lightly. So it's just a very bad design on this. Definitely a very extremely light duty, and it probably would hold up if you're using it on that real thin, like half a millimeter sheet metal I started out with. It'd probably hold up for a good long time. What messed this up is when I tried to use the reverse and it slammed around, and it just messed it up because it didn't have that much play in it at first. So that's kind of a user error, but still at the same time it's not the best of designs. So with this being said, do I recommend this? Yes and no. If you're using it for something really thin like that, or even especially with aluminum, it'll probably hold up for a good long time. You're trying to do something a little bit heavier, I would suggest investing in a pair of metal shears. That way you get a tool that's dedicated just for that, and you might want to try a better one. So you might be able to find one that's a little bit better quality than this $9 one. There's several different ones in there, different models, so it might just be a quality issue on this ultra cheap one. So that being said, I was impressed with how it cut, and it appeared that you can make curves and stuff with it. So if you got a real long piece you need to do, it'd be easier on your hands than using one of these. So, alright guys, I'm just going to kind of end this right here and kind of proceed with caution kind of a tool. I'd recommend getting a better quality one. You might actually be able to get some use out of it. So, alright guys, we'll try to test some more cheaper tools like this just for the fun of it. Maybe we'll eventually find something that's really usable that we really like. So, thanks for watching guys. If you got any suggestions for something like this, leave me a comment below and we might be able to do it. We'll just have to see. So, alright guys, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.